Hello everyone. We're going to talk today about the Stage 1 tutorials. My name is Mark Keller. I'm a qualified actuary and I'm also a senior lecturer in actuarial science and head of the actuarial science group. For our Stage 1 tutorials, we base it on our financial maths courses, which is basically compound interest, the value of money now and in the future. And for actuaries, that's one of the most important things that we learn, how to value payments in the future and in the past. So the tutorials that we cover in the first year relate to this course. How did the tutorial groups work? Well, we split students into very small groups, typically 4, 5, 6 students, and then we run through questions together. The questions are provided in advance, so you have time to think about the questions and to work out solutions. And then we meet together face to face and we run through the questions together. Now, it's not a question of me standing up and going through the solutions with you. That's not really very helpful. What we want you to do is to actually run through the solutions yourselves. So each student typically takes it in turn to go through a question and present it on the board to talk through their thinking and their processes. And then we discuss it within the group to talk about what's happened. And we have time to actually go into more detail with the questions. So it's a very valuable way of working at a deeper level on the material that's taught in the course. There are quite a lot of benefits to doing tutorials this way, and that's why we run them. It gives you a much better understanding of the subject material. It gives you practice answering questions, which is vital because that's a key part of actuarial subjects, answering questions. It also gives you the ability to look at different approaches and different methodologies for answering questions. You'll develop presentation skills and communication skills. And finally, it's a really good way of building relationships, not just with other students, but with your academic advisor. All the tutorials are run by your academic advisor, so you're able to build up a relationship with them. I'm going to pass you across to Chris now. Chris is going to talk about how the tutorials work for mathematics classes.
Hi, I'm Chris Bowman and I'll be teaching groups and symmetries this autumn. So what does a typical maths tutorial involve? Well, we usually focus on a single topic from the lectures. For example, in real analysis, it might be the idea of continuity of a function, or convergence of a series of numbers to a finite limit, or exactly how to calculate these limits hands-on. And what tutorials do is they provide the ideal environment for you to test your ideas and interests and to encourage you to think independently. For example, we'll typically work through a given problem in pairs and then take turns in presenting it to the board. And our small groups tutorials are one of Kent's big strengths in mathematics. Tutorials provide the opportunity to explore your subject more deeply and discuss your own work and ideas and get feedback from your lecturers. Okay, and I'm now going to pass over to Rachel, who will tell you a bit about tutorials in statistics.
My name's Rachel Mcrae. I'm a professor of statistics at the University of Kent. You'll get to know me better in the first year as I teach the first year statistics module in the spring term. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the skills that you gain through our tutorial system. You've heard from Chris and Mark about the format of standard mathematics and actuarial science tutorials and how these are critical opportunities to get to know academic staff, as well as to understand alternative ways to solve mathematical problems. Through these small group tutorials, you will also develop key problem-solving skills and personal and interpersonal skills. You will also start to develop critical reasoning skills when discussing how to solve the set mathematical questions. Within the spring term statistics tutorials, we cover practical statistics and presentation skills, so you get hands-on experience of dealing with data and understanding and communicating data analyses. These skills are so important when you start applying for jobs, and although students are often nervous at the thought of giving impromptu presentations to begin with, we witness how much students develop and grow in confidence through the course of these tutorials. So I hope we've given you a little insight into what you can expect this coming term, and we look forward to seeing you here at the University of Kent soon.